But so what else is new? That's all we ever have around here. It's freaking rain. Tomorrow I gotta go get my next allergy shot. Of course it'll be raining again. Yes. Oh man. I got to get the heck out of here, man. Every year I tell myself this is the last year I'll spend in the winter. Spend the winter in NorCal. Let's see if I can get smashed to pieces here pulling out. All right, here we go. All right. What's going on, everybody? Let's see who's in. Shimei, Jojo, Maxine. I said hi to you. Somebody's walking around the hood with prison slides. I'm noticing there's a lot more stuff available for rent in the hood right now, right? Hello, Addison. Hello, Shimei. How are you? Just remember my moderator, Shimei. She pays more in tax. She's getting more withholding than the average person makes in a year. All right, so let's give some RESPECT, okay? What's going on, Kelly? How about those Canadians, man? Manhandling those Florida Panthers, boy. Woo! This team is really rounding into some kind of form, man. When you knock off the leader, holy smokes! You talk about building confidence, man. This team is gonna be on a mega roll, man. A mega roll. Finally, the people in Montreal have something to cheer about. Several times, yeah. Well, I guess I didn't see you then, Callie. You tend to drift in and out, and which is fine. I'm just saying sometimes I miss stuff. Right? Our chats get a little hectic sometimes. But man, of course, it's raining again. What's going on, Jeffrey? Yeah, I don't know, the NCAA tournament. I'm getting a little excited, you know. I mean, we're just finishing up the conference championships here. Oh, damn, Maryland lost by 1 point to Michigan. I think they'll meet again, and they'll definitely be in the NCAA tournament again. Let me check the standings. Oh, man, this rain. Hey, what's up, Escaping? Yeah, we lousy today, man. We just lousy today. Listen to this. How you doing, Red? Look at this weather. Absolutely pouring rain, and I got to schlep into the 7-Eleven. Boy. All right. Schlep in. All right, here we go. I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'll let you enjoy the view. The rain is strong. Get some beer. Kill the Batman. I got beer at home. All right. Oh boy. Never fear. at that red box, man. When did the movie I Want to Dance with Somebody come out? Like, I don't know, man, like 1996 or something. Right, what's going on, everybody? All right. Thing I don't. Hey, Walnuts, a pleasure. How you doing? Hello, Amanda, hug and kiss. This sad thing here is the hood looks even more dreary in the rain when you go through. Sadly, I don't know. What do you guys think of these Priuses? Are they pretty nice? All right, the kid's gonna go get his Slurpees. Everybody's running. They're all excited. They can't wait. They go get a Slurpee. Load up on junk food. They're gonna be happy. Yeah, I know a blob is right over your sack. What's going on, man? The one and the only, the saggy sack. What's going on, Broham? Boy, let's see if we can pull out here. Alright, the weather's just shit. Bruce, how you doing? Slurpee, some hot Cheetos, Mexican G, what's going on? I like those nacho, those 5,000 calorie, you get the nacho cheese. Dude, this is your country, okay? Alright. Alright, man, oh man. Let's get that thing there. Okay, what's going on with that? There we go. Yeah, the blobs. I'm just so tired of the blob is getting ready to eat here. Hey, Travel Escape, how are you? Well, I was finally able to use the opportunity since I couldn't do anything outside. I used the opportunity to record a vintage audio video today, so I think we'll be putting that up tomorrow. Gentry, it's always an honor to see you. I hope you're doing well today. I don't know, man. Does the hood look more depressing than usual? I don't know. What's up, May Blue Eyes? How are you doing? Even with blooming trees, it just looks... I don't know. Oh, Brandon. Oh, man. I have a lot of thought about that. Number one, thank you for asking my opinion on that, Brandon, because I've had experience betting sports for a lot of years. Right, there's a lot of flim-flam that goes on in professional picks. And a lot of these, like VIP sports in Las Vegas, they're boiler room operations, right? So what they do is they give their boiler room sales guys, they'll give them, half of them will get one side of the pick, and half of them will get the other picks. And you figure that, the people that happen to get the winners by accident, they're going to be back the next week and maybe the next... I don't know what to fade because they just run boiler room operation. Number one, pro level sports is exceedingly difficult to beat the Costa Rica line, the Crips line that's set down there, and it's extremely hard to beat that, right? They just dominate the offshore. I don't know whether they got supercomputers, AI, or what the hell they got, but they make some lines that are really tight to beat. Having said that, I've always found my greatest success in college sports, especially when you get down to Division II or maybe some lower Division I, like Toledo Rockets, the Akron Zips, and teams kind of second tier, like what the hell, some other ones, App State and James Madison and those kind of. I can do really well on that stuff. Remember, every time you make a sports bet, you're giving up 10%, right? So that's the vig that you got to cover right off the bat. I played WAC and Big West basketball. That's cool. And Western Athletic Conference. The ACC gets a lot of coverage, and the Big Ten get a lot of coverage in basketball. So it's a little harder to beat. The less coverage, the less information, I think that the better it is for sports betting, in my opinion. Well, yeah, the juice is a killer, man. The juice is a killer in everything from like horse racing, 13-14% juice factor. And that the rake on poker, that gets people, they're taking out, $5 or $10 a hand. It's everything is designed to make money for you. Go ahead, escaping. That's just my opinion, though. I think if you work really hard, that you might be able to gain an edge. But suppose that you get good, right? Then they just want to 86 you from the property. And I've known a few guys that have been sports. They weren't even betting that big. Maybe $1,000 a game, maybe 10 games on a card. And they got 86'd out because they hit a few parlays and stuff. Right? They hit a few parlays. Kitten Cat is still around. Kitten Cat is still around. Hey, Gal. I'm going to ask you away. Okay, Gail. Well, my deepest sympathies to you, honey. Kitten Cat's still around. We stay in touch by email once in a while. Kitten Cat likes to be more involved in some of the low-life chats and some of the idiot chats and things that, Yeah, sorry to hear that, Gail. That reminds me of Missy Jen when she only got the call once her mother passed away. She didn't even know her mother. There's the hillbillies. All right. I get to park right next to the hillbillies today. Oh, boy. Life is beautiful again, eh? There we go. What kind of BS is Hug and Kiss saying now? What is she saying? Living the dream. What's going on? We're just driving around. We never do anything worthwhile. In the hell's Hug and Kiss here. All right, let's get this turned around. Let's get some hot coffee in this here tonight. So how's everybody doing tonight? Bobby was going to come over tonight. He didn't really feel it. Why in the hell are we drifting? All right. Shit, did Dakota Boy get a new car? I don't know. I see a South Dakota license plate in front. Maybe Dakota Boy got some new wheels, man. All right. Here we are. Let's tap. There we go. All right. I mean, that looks like is that a South Dakota? Let's see here. All right. Ain't that South Dakota there? Yeah, it looks like Mount Rushmore, right? Yeah, sorry to hear that, Gail. Man, let me get this thing back on. Oh, shit. Oh, man, my meat. Stretching out my meat. Southport offers -105 on March. That's kind of nice. South Point, you mean down there? They're usually pretty much of a leader. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Once William Hill got involved in taking over so many of the damn smaller sports books, it's very, very difficult. It's even harder to get an edge. Once in a while, you could arbitrage something. There was a little bit off between two places. You could arbitrage it, but yeah, I don't know. So let's see what else anybody else is talking about. What are you doing? I'm having a cup of coffee. Climb that tree, grab that missile, stock up for the holidays. Man, those trees are really loaded. Oh, man, I got so much outside work to do, and it's just discouraging. The rain. So tomorrow, there's the EpiPen. Right, we have our second week of allergy shots. So far it's been okay. We're gonna start upping the dose. I guess this week. I don't know. So check there. 1 point out of a wild card spot. Yeah. All right, Kelly. Thank you. They'll be when the counting's done. It'll be there. Right, just chilling and having some jobby. Yeah, we're calming down. We got another big week coming up. I'm sure it's going to be a riot this week in Washington and in New York on Wall Street. I just have a feeling. Gird your loins. There's more stuff. We have the judiciary now, which is issuing orders that the executive branch may or may not be obeying. So if you saw my video this morning, you get the gist of what I'm talking about. I would highly suggest you watch these things and stay on top of what's going on for the deeper ramifications. Oh man, Justin, latest man, it's pouring here. I tell you, listen to this. I tell you, I am definitely gonna get. I can't stand these. Shouldn't I be like I don't know, wintertime in Vegas or something like that, right? I mean, May blows, rain here all day. It's horrific. I don't know. I'm just tired of. At least I did a vintage audio video today. Pick a word a day, use some sentences, an abundance to choose from. Thank you, Pocket Change. Yeah, you pick your word of the day. Remember, we got 46,000 words in the English language, twice as many as any other, right? So enjoy, all right? Pick something real nice. Today, we might say that people are partially discombobulated or something, or, you might choose some other word, right? Hello, Lurker, how are you? Porsche and Audi just announced a new plant here in the U.S. Where's that going to be, that plant? Where's that plant going to be? We have one more day for the blob. And it's, man, I forget what Dungeness crabs taste like. It's so sad right now, right? And with all this rain, they'll be chased out to the sea, so they won't be into the bay for a while. Man, oh man, I just can't win. No, I'm saying the problem with starting an Audi or a Porsche plant is the unaffordability of these type of vehicles that don't really cater to the masses at all, right? My favorite when he explains is if we were fifth graders. You got to talk to people like they're fifth graders. Welcome back, Kill the Batman. Thanks. Yeah, we never intend as financial or political advice here. We just have political analysis, financial advice. I wouldn't be saying I know. Well, it's just, to me, it's how well it's engineered. It's not where it's built. And, is the average person driving a Porsche? No. I mean, the average person is not driving a Porsche around. The average person is not driving an Audi, right? I was taking care of some serious. My bong was low on water. I miss the Acura Legend. Don't they do the Acura anymore? I don't know what the heck I would buy. I got 136,000 miles on this thing. This thing ain't going to last forever, right? And I think to myself, like, what's on the agenda? Do I want another van, or do I want the comfort of, hey, Lynn, or do I want the comfort of some nice vehicle? And then Amanda Hoggenkiss will chime in like, let's keep it real. It'll always be a piece of junk that you're riding around in, right? With this fantasy world. this fantasy world. Get a Cybertruck. I don't know. It's just like I always talk a good game, and then I don't get anything. Right, what is today? Tomorrow's the 17th, so really, technically speaking, if we get to tax day, right, then traditionally we have decent weather from there on out. You can put your tomato plants in and all of that stuff. So I know I ended the season with a water leak outside behind the Shine Shack. I'm gonna have to dig that up and repair whatever the hell's going on down there. I don't know. I don't even want to think about that right now. Uh, Yeah, so at least it was a good day inside. Like I said, I got a nice vintage audio video that I put up. It'll be rolling tomorrow. So I don't know. People are, oh, we need the rain, blah blah blah. I don't know. I mean, people hate it when I complain about rain, but I'm more cut out for sunny weather. And if there was a way that I could manage to be in Las Vegas for the winter, damn, I would do it. I would hire Dee Dee's Rentals to just beat the rent out of Bird every month, you know, right? And all that, just leave town, right? This place uses people that were bar bouncers around the area to collect rent, and they lean on your door, and the whole door and frame just goes right in. Right. All right. Make sure you're on all messages here, everybody. Yeah, we have another overhead weather blob on top of us here. Porsches. I don't know. I've never driven. I don't think I've ever driven in a Porsche, right? Have I driven in a Cadillac before besides a funeral? I don't know, right? I don't really think I have. I had a dream the other night that what would Amanda Hug and Kiss do if I had a Cadillac, right? XT7 or whatever. She'd be. I can't believe it, right? You just jumped you just jumped the shark right there, right to the head of the line, right? Yeah, this weather's just shitty, Ronnie. I don't know. I felt like making something tonight. I mean, I was gonna maybe have some mashed potatoes or something. I don't know. Just terrible. I am the real Tony Hawk, retired. Right? Did you ever see me on my skateboard? Right, or did you catch me, Jeffrey Dahmer? If I choose a Lexus over a cab, that's nice to hear. So many people lost their lives yesterday. You did the 900. Where did most of the people die? Are you a Clochar? Clochar. Well, listen, Baba Louie or whatever, Baba Boo Boo. Right. Suppose I was homeless, right? What would you say? Right. Hey, Callie Mo, like some hobosexual or something. Right. There were 4 states, 10, just because the hobosexuals roll into my chat doesn't mean we have to. That's better what you give the Chomo vibe. Who was that? Yeah, go dad. Where do all these hobosexuals come from? How you doing, Steve? All this mom's basement gang here is just like, it's like incel Sunday today or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm relaxing. I don't know if I'm going to have some ramen noodles tonight or do up the mashed potatoes and maybe heat up some, or I don't know. Maybe I'll just have a sandwich. I'm not sure what I'm going to have tonight. I'm feeling a bit peckish today. Well, some of these, like this Sierra, man, this GMC Sierra, these trucks are so big, right? Looking to see if Dakota Boy looks like Dakota Boy like got a Hyundai Ioniq now. Right, maybe his other vehicle went tits. I was supposed to start getting up into the 80s here in the last week. Oh, isn't that great, man? I can get a lot done. You wish you had a basement van life. Man, I have something better than a basement incel. I have a whole rancho. I smoked some baby back ribs today. They're good. What's good? What's going on? Good life off grid. I just get flooded with these young male homosexuals these days. No dates, no job, no income. Just a computer, right, an internet connection courtesy of mom, and just nothing but time on the hands. I don't know. I guess it's just a different era. I don't know. Yeah, I like good ribs. So I got something that were already pre-cooked. I generally don't ever buy them, but all they have to be is microwave cooked up. I might have them tonight. I don't know. What's this guy posting? A la snack bar or what? I don't know. It's just the weather's so bad you hardly get a chance to do any walking around anymore. I always bring the jacket ready to go, but when you see this out here, you can just sit around and look at the mistletoe all day. That's it. Buy two, get one free. I guess all things considered, I have some of those red potatoes that I'm going to cook up. Nick S, what is going on? How you doing, man? Do you repair amps? And I do, Vincent. Yes, mistletoe of doom. I have a video coming tomorrow afternoon, Vincent, featuring one of my favorite. I call it the Danish modern. Thing. I told him my body needs sodium. Who did you tell? I don't know. So check that out tomorrow. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications. If you go to my channel page, Vincent, you're going to see a playlist of vintage audio repair, restoration, vintage audio listening experiences, vintage audio rescues, where I go out and rescue these vintage units from the hands of these pagan slobs that just don't know what the hell they have and don't treat anything with respect. All right, that's what you got to do sometimes. You have to ride in like the Lone Ranger and just rescue this stuff. It's like my nice Motorola 21-tube stereo console, 1961. This slob was using it as an electric guitar amplifier. Are you kidding me? It's like, I don't know what happened. I just blew it out, right? Yeah, you blew it out, dude. I said, Vince, I'm like the vintage audio CPS equivalent, right? I mean, if you're not taking care of shit, I'm just going to remove it from you. You know what I mean? It's just like you weren't feeding your kids and they called CPS, right? I mean, if you're not taking care of your vintage audio stuff, right? That's it. It needs to be loved and taken care of, right? That's why so many people enjoy watching it. Right, Vince? I got these people. They're just like pagan heathen slobs. They don't know what they have. They just grab something at off a dad's shelf and stole it or something, and then they're using it. So how do you figure that? They got no idea. Yeah, love it. You know what I'm saying, Alan? It's just like I got to wrestle this crap out of their hands. This kid was whining later that I got a good deal on the console, right? He said, oh, you shouldn't have, I don't know what I told him, some BS story or something. And, he took the money and, the goof had used it for guitar. I'm trying to figure out why I wrote and wearing the sponsor chain. Because the boss and Janet gave me this for Christmas. And Under Armour is a nice equivalent to Champion. And on a cold day like today, it's like 54 degrees. It's very, very, very welcome to wear this. So, wow. This is just the most depressing part of living here is this weather from January, February, and March. Only because we're almost to April. I'm still waiting for my crap to come from the credit card so I can do my taxes and crap. So this is why I'm wearing this today, because I always enjoy. I don't wear Gap or Old Navy or. That stuff tends to be tissue thin. It's really lousy. I mean, just anyway, can you imagine Amanda Hugginkiss shopping at the Old Navy? Suppose she's coming out of the store. Hey, how you doing, Sass Green? Suppose she's coming out of the store and somebody sees her walking out of an Old Navy store, and she's trying to dodge behind the mannequins and shit, right? Oh, Amanda, is that you? Oh, yeah. What the hell are you doing in the Old Navy? It's just, it's looking and seeing what the lowlifes are buying. Yeah, the Steph Curry guitar. How about those Warriors, man? They're just freaking rolling, dude. Ever since they picked up Jimmy Butler, it's been like a whole new team, man. You can imagine hug and kiss. I wouldn't shop it. Becky, as you do whatever the hell you want, bro. If you want to put 100 digits of pi, you type it out 3.14157. You just go right ahead, man. You just bust your fingers out doing that, okay? Whatever floats your boat. Oh, man. Yeah, it's great to get that winning feeling back, because I was a little worried this year they weren't going to even make it into the playoffs, right? But Jimmy Butler, what a pickup from the Heat, right? Just turned the whole season and just took them from maybe to real serious contenders going down the pike here. That's great. Anyway, baseball season is getting ready to start up in about 3 weeks or so. That's going to be good. That just means that means spring and summer are coming. That's great. I do love summer. Anyway, I told you Janet picked up tickets for the Oakland Giants, right? It's Oakland San Francisco series. So we're going to be going on July 6th. Right, it's going to be fantastic to Sacramento and take in that game. I'm sure we'll see some other River Cat games, but I miss Radio Shack. Then we had a real good electronic parts store down in Rohnert Park, down the road, Vincent. And but luckily, years ago, when a lot of the independent repair shops, electronic repair shops, TV, radio repair shops went out of business, I would buy all their parts. I mean, I got hundreds of new old stock transistors and stuff that are probably worth a fortune right now. I mean, if I ever went to list all that crap up, right, and I just bought tons and tons of stuff from some of these shops that I just bulk bought it all out. Right. So it was nice. Want my number? Not really. No, I guess that's not our Dakota boy, because this guy came out with his girlfriend. He doesn't appear to be a homosexual, so I don't think that's Dakota boy. So yeah, Radio Shack just couldn't do it. I remember the Radio Shack TR-80 Trash 80 computer, one of the earliest ones. Right. Radio Shack tried to get into too much stuff. I think there's still one Radio Shack, or a couple just left around somewhere. I don't know. I don't know whether they're just, I don't know whether they're just working old stock or what the hell they're doing. I got no idea. Oh, man. So I feel like it's another week with the calm before the storm, politically speaking here. I'm just waiting for the other shoes to drop. And I don't know where it's going to drop next, right? Trying to figure out what's going to be under the microscope next. But I think maybe most of the shock and all is now over. At least I hope it is. I am Radio Shack. I used to have one. Yeah, they were pretty popular, right? I had an Apple IIe, and it would write to the floppy disk. You hear this thing chugging along. I used it for inventory and for putting out the bills. Hey EJ, how are you? I still remember the sound of that printing to the floppy disk. The Apple IIe. Any ideas when Warren Buffett would dump all these after he just told people? Did he dump all of his stuff? I mean, when you say his S&P, are you talking about like S&P index? Or are you talking about his major holdings in Coca-Cola, Apple? Certainly the tech bubble is burst. I mean, there's no doubt about it that Bloomberg had a big article today about how the Chinese are way ahead in fusion research for energy, for AI, and it's all of a sudden we're like, right. He may not like Apple's got a lot of competition, and not being really welcome in China now is a huge blow to them. So I'm not sure. CB radio, I'm not real sure, but some people are in shock about it. He had a good run, right? I don't know. Coca-Cola seems a very defensive position to maintain for me. I don't know, but profit margins could be under pressure due to this tariffs and all this kind of stuff, and he might be worried that the companies might try to absorb some of the tariff shock, and it might reduce their profit. But I don't know. Some people, Lurker, I'll tell you, they just don't like the political climate here, right? They don't like the fact that this whole fiasco with the national debt and the U.S. dollar. They're a little concerned about it, right? And they feel like they rode this thing up from Dow 777 in August of 1982 to 45,000. So it's 41,000 now. Right? They had a good run. They take it off the table. Right? Certainly the profitability of American business. I mean, if things were supposed to be so good with the tariff, you would see Alcoa aluminum gone through the roof, right? Gone through the roof, right? I mean, U.S. Steel had a good run, but like Alcoa should benefit from domestic manufacture and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. Friday was a big up day. I don't know how he lost money, like 670 points up. It was a bear market rally on Friday. I don't know. But I'm not surprised about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett may just want to just break his investing down. He's like 128 years old or something now, and it's just like, it's like I just want to go on a cruise ship or something and just forget about it. Right. The best thing that I learned from Warren Buffett, the best thing he ever said was, when you start your investment career, suppose somebody gives you a punch card and there's 10 specific things that you can do over your lifetime of investing. Right? In other words, you can do 10 moves. You can do 10 investments in your lifetime. And every time you do one, you punch that card. Now you're down to 9, 8, 7. He said people would be a lot careful and a lot leaving stuff in for a lot longer. Okay. All right. That's the only thing I ever got from Warren Buffett. And what the hell? I like to see his candies, right? And they're good. The ladies wear their uniforms, right? The ladies wear their uniforms, and it's cute. They got their little white and black apron. They got their black aprons on. Right, they're nice. They see me coming in. They usually double up on the candy of the day. Hello. My, don't you look fetching today in your uniform? Oh, I just believe I'm going to violate company policy and give you a double up. That stuff's like $28 a pound now, right? Unbelievable. So I'm not surprised Buffett probably doesn't like. I mean, we've had interest rates go down for years. That's over now. That 40-year decline is over. We have a national debt that is cancer. We have a U.S. dollar that's peaked out. We have gold at $3,000 an ounce. That's telling you something. Right? All the classic warning signs are there. Right? Right? Trees don't grow to the sky, and favorable economic climates don't last forever. When you have to buck interest rates and a declining U.S. dollar, it's too much. It's too much for stocks to do. And now you put this political theater over top of it. And, right? I'm not saying we don't have a reflex rally or an attempt to have a bear market rally, but, right? I'm pretty sure that they broke the back of the tech rise that's been taking place since 2011. Who do we really? Let's see. So if this is paid back, who do we really? What does that mean, Vincent? So if this 30 is paid back, who do we really owe it to? Well, we owe. Right, we owe $300 billion to China. We probably own $180 billion to Japan. And then the rest is sitting in domestic portfolios of pension funds and things like that. So that's who we owe this. That's who we owe this debt. They just continuously roll it over. So it's sitting in Chimay, state of New Jersey, pension plan, all that stuff. Right, what's up, B-Dub? I think our former president will enjoy his time on the beach in Rehoboth, Delaware. I got my dividends the other, but you can't just go take that out. You have to pay too much in penalties. Oh, man. I have someone and I lost a little when I got my dividend the other day. Well, Roth is, the money in a Roth is already prepaid, right? So, right, you already paid your taxes in a Roth. I know, Lurker. I'm like, really? The former president just can't catch a break, right? Like, he's sitting in his Rehoboth Rehoboth home there in Rehoboth, Delaware, Rehoboth Beach, and he's getting pounded. So they had an article about how Apple is falling behind in AI now. It's like I said, that Black Swan event last month was coming out with DeepSeek, which was the Chinese AI model, and that just really accelerated the decline in tech stocks. It's like, what do you do for an encore? Right. What do you do for an encore? Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, I used to go to the shareholder meetings, right? They'd have See's candies and brown shoes and Nebraska Furniture Mart. The hell else? Geico. Right. I mean, that's the thing that really powered Warren Buffett was his father was a congressman, so he got in on the family got in on the first offering of Geico in like the 1930s or something. That's what really set them up. I wouldn't even. I'm not sure I want to live. You do want to live on this planet, and we need people like you. And a big one in Austin. Yeah, well, plenty of people turned out for my video yesterday. If you're not buying, give you the information from the investment firm. There's some kind of encore. There's a perfect example of today's educational system. Right. Oh man. Elon Musk. Musk. They're going to ride this guy out of town on a rail, I'm afraid. And I'm a very centrist person, but I can read the writing on the wall. Right. I'll be waiting. Hey, Joni, I'll be waiting for the president to throw him under the bus, right? Yeah, I had to cut him loose, right? Oh, shit. What's up, Ramsey, you pensioner? Oh, I got to get my hands on the ratings for Michelin came out for the year. I got to see what the hell happened to Ramsey. I don't know how to do that. I'm not paying for a Michelin guide, that's for sure. There's no way. No way. He blows it all over the Bahamas just to troll everyone. It's nice to see them going up to pick up the astronauts. It's the only guy capable of sending something up in space and doing a rescue mission. You know, when you look at the way that Boeing blew out, I mean, what an embarrassment. Thank goodness we have SpaceX and Dragon X and all that. Oh, man. I don't even know if ferrets are legal to have here in California. Can you have a ferret here? I don't know. I guess it's in place of a girlfriend these days. I guess you have a ferret, right? I'm like a taxi service. Thank goodness, Elon, that you're there to do the job, right? Thank goodness there's nothing else that would go up and get them. This Sunita Williams, she'll be out of her mind when she gets back, right? She'll be space affected. Yeah. Well, thank goodness we have that. I mean, it's one thing that they do very well. And he said he's doubling his factory investment into Tesla, building more production capability, leading the world. Now they got to compete with cheap electric cars that'll be coming in from China. There are two astronauts, a man and a woman. Both of them will be affected some way. Hell yeah, they're going to be affected. Right? They're gonna be like jelly when they get down. Texas is handing him the money. That's good. Right? All states participate in that. Tax breaks and greenfield opportunities. They know it's jobs, 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 baby. And here in California, we hate anything that's factories and oh my God, they might have a little bit of pollution. Oh my, they might burn fossil fuels. Ooh. We can't even get a power grid that's right. We don't have water that's sufficient. Got to figure it out. I wish you could take our water from here. This is just miserable. Unleashing, bringing steel back to Pittsburgh. I haven't heard any plans to expand anything in Pennsylvania or Ohio. We have Nucor, we have Cleveland Cliffs, we have United States Steel. Right. Huge war machine, sad but necessary. Trump and Elon are building a huge war machine. We have so much water now. Our reservoirs, our Folsom Reservoir, our Shasta Reservoir, they're all full. Lake Sonoma, Joe Biden's neck of the woods. Yes, I'm not sure. I think in states like Pennsylvania, it's too hard to get permitting to expand stuff these days. It's too difficult. Right. I mean, down in Texas, they keep the environnuts at bay, and but in places up in like PA and places like that, right? People's hair stands on end when you talk about building a factory and producing steel. Oh my! They say the old belching smokestacks of the 1880s and 1890s. All under Trump. Well, you have to figure it this way, some dude. Where is the burden going to fall with what Trump is doing, what our president is doing? The burden will fall on the average people that have to pay for the tariffs and things. That's where the burden will fall. So once again, we have socialization of financial pressure on the average person, and we have the privatization of profit on a very selected group of people, right? What's this guy doing? He's rubbing his ass against his door. I don't know. What is this goof doing? I don't know. He's standing there. It's pouring rain. He's standing outside of his car. Clinton gave an excellent speech recently. What was it about? Better leave that water alone. Yeah, I think PC. I think he would agree. Our reservoirs are all full up here. I can't speak about Lake Mead down south, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, over time, it's a losing proposition anyway, with the amount of building that they've done. Run today, revitalize. Yeah, I think Clinton. Which Clinton are we talking about? Bill? Or are we talking about Hillary? Which Clinton are we talking about? Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton? Newsom will be your next Democrat. Yeah, Bill Clinton. I always told people on my chat my best days were under Bill Clinton. Right? I had I had MTV at a peak. I had it was a wild time, right? Yeah, please tap the like button at age 79. Clinton was the only brother left out, and there was a surplus period. I just liked it was freewheeling under Clinton. I felt like, right, I felt loose jointed. I felt lubricated. I felt like everything was really good, right? It's just like, how you doing, man? What's going on? Yeah, what's up, brother? It's good times. No doubt they just gone the rest down there. I did best when Clinton was president. I just, we're just coming over the disco era. Do 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 do, burn baby, burn, disco inferno. Do 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 do. Jazz hands. Do do do. You guys like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We have another vintage audio video coming up tomorrow, what I call the little Danish modern tuner. I really love it. It's very cool. Okay, we're leaving. We just had a nice lunch at Grossman's Deli. All right. Oh, boy. High electric tech disco. It was good times. Hey JR, how you doing? Trump is a better president than anyone ever. Brittany, what is the best thing that he has done in your opinion? I mean, I'm just curious. I'm a very centrist. I'm an independent. What is the best thing? What's going on, Lee? What was I going to ask? Lee Hale wasn't around last night. He missed a hell of a night not to be around. Oh, yeah, Lee Hale. Do you remember Mary Sue Easter eggs? Here's a treat that is sunny for your Easter bunny, the creamiest candy that's made. 'Cause using pure butter makes their Mary Sue better to brighten your Easter parade. Man. I like a woman that's got a sturdy build. You know what I'm saying? Man. Do you think Newt Gingrich would have Newt Gingrich? I think Newt Gingrich. Yes, I was talking about Shimei. She sent me some of them. Yeah. Do I think Newt Gingrich would have made a good president? I don't know. It's a good question. I just don't know, right? Yeah, the old jazz hands. What they're doing, they were the best. Everything she said, I debunked it. Oh boy. Everything's all about the jazz hands. Oh, that lady looked like Rosie O'Donnell over there. I don't know. Maybe she's visiting. I'm not sure. Ooh. Did Lee Hale answer the question, or is he like 10 minutes behind? I don't know. You want to continue? I was just asking. Brittany didn't answer my question, but can't be Rosie. I don't know, Noreen. She might have flown back for a special. mean, I think she's right over here, right? Ain't that her in the purple there? She's got like her green for Irish, and the other lady's got some green drawers on with. Look at, she's dancing. I mean, that's definitely like Rosie O'Donnell right there, right? That's definitely her. She's got the glasses, right? How about that? I mean, that's definitely it. I don't want to look like a lurker, but right. I wonder what these people are driving. I guess that's her girlfriend. I guess wife or something. I'm not sure. But they're all decked out. Ain't that Rosie O'Donnell in the purple there? Where are they going now? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm lurking now. It's kind of creepy, isn't it? But I think that's Rosie O'Donnell right there. Right. I don't know. Wine country doesn't mean that she doesn't get on a plane and pop back a little bit, Man, look at the wind blowing. Look at that flag up on top. Yeah, all right. All right, where are they going now? They're partying. They're going to have a coffee. I don't know. They're going to the Jewish deli. I don't know where they're going. Yeah, it's definitely Rosie O'Donnell there. Absolutely, positively. Right. I know. What's up, Matthew? How you doing? It looks like her hair. She's got like a shock of hair, gray and black hair now. I don't know. Did you get your coffee? I did, honey. I enjoyed it. It was nice and hot. I needed it because the weather has been ferocious, atrocious, and aladocious here today. I can't stand it. Confront her. You should always say, Dr. Frankenstein, go interview her. That's when so many people come to the channel, right? Go interview somebody on the street. We did some interviews yesterday at the Tesla protest, right? Right. The beautiful thing about me, I don't editorialize. I let people just speak what they want to speak, right? It's not my job to be, I'm really what journalism used to be before it lost control. Yeah, that was a protest. That's a preview of coming attractions. I wasn't going to come out here today and go schlepping around in the rain to see 6 people marching around with Palestine flags and stuff. Yeah, I haven't interviewed the hillbilly. The guy's always nice to me, right? I mean, we have a good, solid working relationship. He always waves to me. I offered to help him the time his car wouldn't start right. And, right, I try to have a positive relationship. I'm not going to lie. I miss Dakota Boy. There was good times, right? There's going to be another protest at the Tesla plant near me. Yeah, so there'll be a lot here. There'll be shit going on in San Francisco. Trust and believe in a year the streets are going to be so calamitous that you won't have to go far from your home to check out what's going on. All right. I think I can pretty comfortably make that prediction. Will it affect people buying Teslas? Well, we don't know. Because some people have a mind that they weren't going to buy a Tesla anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? And then other people will be like, in others like Texas and state, they'll be lining up like happy, right, to support Musk, and well, I'm going to go buy a Tesla just to offset. You don't know what the hell people do, right? You're going to get some flack at this if you're unfair. No, I always tell everybody, I'd let them take a picture. I had my press thing hanging down here. I let people take a picture. You got to be honest with people. Just don't lie to people out there, right? Just be honest with people, because they're going to come in, they're going to check the channel, they're going to say, oh, this person just came out and, they made sport of us, they make them, I don't do that. Right? I've had enough problem at protests where people were ganging up on me and sticking flashlights in my face and umbrellas down in Petaluma, There's always, every time I go to a protest, this will make Amanda hugging, because there were two people out there yesterday looked like they really wanted to smash my face in, okay? Right. Like it's the Boogaloo, like it's the Proud Boys out here, right? They're just spoofing. This guy's just spoofing you, right? Right. So you really have to be careful. You really have to stay right down the middle. Yeah, we've had enough. We've had enough organizations here that are supposedly journalists that have just thrown away their journalistic ethics on the left and the right. So it's refreshing to have somebody comes out and just lets the people speak without having to make a show or put themselves into the show and everything. Yeah. No, I wasn't wearing red. Takes two to escalate, takes one to de-escalate. Yeah, I've been in enough bad situations out there. Right, I've had people throw water bottles at me, and right, some other aggressive color. What did I have on? I had black on yesterday, which is pretty neutral, right? I was schlepping around there, but that's a preview of what's coming up. There's going to be tons of stuff too. There's going to be so much stuff, people are going to get burned out on it, right? But for right now, if you say a protest, yeah, everybody want to be watching it. Oh man, this wind is just vicious today. So I'm used to dealing with aggressive people. Right, there you go, cultural appropriation. Yeah, that's what I do. Right. So I think by and large it went well. Anybody that came to the channel saw that it was a very independent. That way you'll be more welcome at protests and people. Oh, you'll be like Peter warming himself at the fire when Caiaphas is holding court to say, weren't you with him too? Me? Not me. All my stock moving to Costa Rica and smoking weed. Gee, you know what? I don't know if Costa Rica is the place to go to. Might I boldly suggest that you look into Uruguay? It seems like many people, not many, but it seems like the trend has started to move to Uruguay now. There seems to be a good deal of stability. Montevideo seems like a popping kind of capital down there, and right, girls look good. So I think Costa Rica is pretty much dealt out. Belize the same way. It's just like San Jose in Costa Rica and places like that. It's just they had problems growing. Right. Yeah, it's nice to see both sides of the protest. Exactly, man. It's right. It's very nice to have that independence to come on and say, this is just what's going on. Yeah. I saw a couple laying in bed. YouTube is weird. I don't know. Is Bay? I mean, if that's the worst you see on YouTube, you're probably doing pretty good. I see people doing this ASMR shit. Talking real soft, and here we go. And I'm just thinking, how I spent my money-making years. I hate to say it, man. What an asshole, right? I mean, I hate to say that. What's going on, Nocturnal? Right? And that's it, man. They're like touching the microphone. Right. You want a good investment for the future, you invest in security. That's the number one fundamental bet that I see coming up that is going to, more and more people that have wealth to protect are going to want to have their own security force. It's similar to what I saw in the Philippines and places like that. People would travel with their whole entourage, right? and armed security, and right, and that's all good until security turns on you once they see what you have in your house, and then it's always the inside job that they blow your head off, and that's kind of it, right? Do 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 do. Was the protest one-sided? Yes, it was. You can pretty much imagine, Lee, when you go out here, it's going to be very anti-Trump, anti-Elon. That's basically going to be the tenor of it. You don't really get counter protests here because these ladies are tough, right? I mean, and they're very shrill, and you just don't want to be on the wrong side of that, right? Right, so that's it, right? Be cool. Just be cool. I'm just like, if I can keep my teeth in my head for the next 2 years, it's going to be a major accomplishment. That's going to get Amanda Hug and Kiss super excited, right? There'll be that one protest you go to. Somebody will nail you. Oh, this is the guy that made fun of all of us, right? Be like, you got the wrong person, right? Right. Oh no. I go into the live stream and there's Amanda Hug and Kiss. Yes, somebody finally caught it, right? Yes, this is the guy that makes fun. Same protesters that protested against gas vehicles. Hey, good life, good to see you. Yeah, look, I like that voices be heard. I'm signed up on all the calendars. I'm not going to go to the Palestine protest because it's just people standing at the edge of Courthouse Square waving flags and all that stuff, right? But the stuff gets good when you go along on marches and stuff like that. Like, what did we have years ago? It was like at Halloween time. I don't know. There was some woman screaming and cackling, dressed like a witch, up on top of the parking garage. I think it was. I don't know what the hell it was. Was it? It might have been the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ parade. I just don't remember. I'm trying to remember what the hell it is. Yeah, it might have been that. I don't know. And she was, I don't know. Couldn't be that. I don't know whether it was George Floyd or, I remember the witch cackling and screaming up on top of the parking garage. That was a hell of a memory. Well, spring is here, guys. That's the beauty of right now. Are you sure it wasn't the Rotary Club? We were marching up 3rd Street. And there's a parking lot when you're coming up 3rd Street on the left-hand side. There's like a 3-story parking structure. And some woman was in like a witch's outfit, and she was cackling and screaming off the top of it. And I'm like, this is really random, right? This is somebody you really want to interview, right? But some of these women now, they're so big now in stature, and they're so angry now that you kind of risk your life when you go to some of these events. Did she have a call or no? But I remember her cackling on the roof, leaning over the edge of like the 3rd level of the parking garage. I don't know. There was a march. I wish I could remember what the hell the march was. I don't know. It was so random, man. And I said, wow, And I'm just like, this broad's possessed up here, right? And I better watch it, Watch yourself, boys, right? We could be in trouble. You don't want to get your sack ripped off at an event, right? Because you'll notice that a lot of these protests, it's like 70% women and like 30% men. And the other thing too, you hardly ever see any minorities at these you know these things, which is really strange. You don't see any Mexicans. You see very few black people out here joining, or Asian people out here joining the protest. It's usually always these older white women are around. I don't know if they just got time on their hands or what the story is. I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know what it is, but they do like to have their voice heard. We have the code pink, ladies in black, and right. I recognize one Japanese woman. She used to be a former patient at the clinic, and she probably still is. I mean, but yeah, I saw her out there. I always know her because when the sun's out, she always carries a parasol or an umbrella. I don't know why that is, right? Yeah, there's always a lot of women. Oh my God. No, I'm not optimistic. I'm just reporting factually on what I saw out there, right? You can see it on the video yesterday. I'm the least misogynistic person in the world. I'm all about egalitarian and things, but if I see something, of course I'm a very observant person. I'm very tuned into the sociology of the situation. If I see something, it is what it is, right? I can't distort the truth. Minority about the disappearing them. What's up, Permiac? But you were yes, I'm always very respectful with I'm always very respectful when I'm out doing that. That's why I like being an independent. So, yeah, I would say I'm pretty much middle of the road. But there's nothing wrong with being an observer of who shows up and who doesn't. Right? I mean, you can look yesterday at who came to the hell is this guy doing kicking the tree? I don't know. So trust and believe. That's what I saw yesterday. And you can confirm that yourself and go check out the video. I just think it's interesting that who shows up at these protests. Fair enough. Good. This guy's like really racked. I don't know. I was behind in chat. Good to see everybody. Yeah, what's going on, Monkey Boy? How you doing? What's going on? Are you back in LA? Yeah, if you can't be middle of the road, you'll never be around another protest again. Right. Man, the rain is just unrelenting here. I'm great. Just got back from Lake Mead. Any doggy, I don't know. Army, Amy doggy. With my doggy. Oh, okay. How was Lake Mead today? Oh, I can't wait to get back there towards the end of April. Yeah, I would say it's definitely a Subaru County here. It was really nice going to Los Angeles tonight. Nice. That's a pretty easy ride down to LA. And you're up on the northern part of the city around that area. Yeah, I have surgery coming up on April 3rd. Tomorrow I have my third allergy shot tomorrow, so I hope that that goes well. That'll be up tomorrow. So gradually start increasing the dose. I haven't had any adverse reactions yet, but they're just giving me a little minute amount to make sure I don't go into shock. Yeah, it's a pretty easy drive. I hate around Victorville though down there. They have that pilot station there. It's always like a mess down there. It's so overrun with people. Thank you, Monkey Boy. I hope you're doing well too. I should be down there around just after Easter, running the program some more. Who's going to be your nurse post-op? They tell me that there'll just be some stitches to be removed and just don't get your hand wet. It should be pretty good. I mean, I'm thinking I should be okay, right? I always have Bird if need be, or the boss and Janet. So whether any people feeling a little down, yeah, I would say so too. People are feeling a little down. Hey, happy face, what's going on? I just want to get it behind me. The allergy shots, everything, just come up to level. I just decided in winter, spring that I was just going to get everything medically done and over with. Yeah, I do miss Dakota Boy. I guess the hillbillies are down for the night. I don't know. What's up, Ma Rich? The question, of course, is how much a lot of this political stuff will actually stick at the end of the day. You know, there's an enormous backlog of stuff that's got to come through the court system now. Enormous amount of that. I can't imagine the lawyer bills that are coming up. It has to be phenomenal. It's got to be like the best time for lawyering around DC in the history of the world. They'd be casting crabs. Going tomorrow for echocardiogram. Hope it goes well. There's no point really going over crabbing because all the fresh water and rain just drives them out to the ocean. So plus last time my shoulder was a mess. I don't even know what the hell I did to that. I don't know. Oh boy. What's up, Mustard? Patel and Bondi are a real power play. Who is that? Oh, you mean, yeah, the FBI director and the attorney general. Whatever shall we do? I don't know, Michael. What should we do? That's it. What would you like to do to me, Michael? We got something from Ezekiel. Keeps me going every day. Hebrews 10:31 keeps me going. And Matthew 7 verses, what is it, 13 through 16 or 13, 14. That keeps me right up on my toes. That does it for me. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Michael. Nobody on either has ever been. I'm proud of that. That's pretty amazing record. No, Bobby's not feeling up to it, Judy, and the weather's crappy. I'm glad. He's gonna pop over tomorrow, I think, around noon, and bring over his tax stuff to do. So, got to get his taxes done for him. No, I don't remember you, Michael, and I don't play guessing games on here. I would just rather bounce somebody out of the chat than to sit around and play a guessing game with a troll. So, blame it on the weather, right? Blame it on the weather. It's a burn, baby, burn, disco inferno. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Why would I remember you, Mike? You came through on a different name and things. Obviously, you were somebody that got booted out of the chat before and came back under a different name. It's all well and good. Just behave. It's all good. Oh, there's a Tesla straight ahead. Oh, there's another one. Oh. No, you were. There was never a Michael Nightwolf here ever. Sorry, my memory's too good. Clear cameras. Oh. I don't like that color of that Dodge that went by. It's just weird looking. It's a man to hug and kiss. I would prefer to be put up at the Hyatt Regency, but I have a room at the Rancho. You know, as much as I love the Rancho, I think perhaps I would be more comfortable with the Hyatt. The Hyatt Regency. Right? What's up, Angus? Yeah, well, most people that were here last night, don't ask me if I remember them from the night before, okay? They just come in and enjoy themselves. Well, I'm sure as hell not getting a Mexican dinner tonight. I can guarantee you that at that one place. That thing really sucked. Oh, man. Really sucked. Really sucked. You're the only person that ever came in one day to the next and never said, "Do you remember me?" Right? Because when you first came in tonight, you said, "Hi, remember me." Right. Hey, what's up? It's terrible here. It's terrible here tonight. Absolutely terrible. Much as I would like to have a carry-out dinner or something tonight, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Pull those drawers up, man. Pull them drawers up. I've got those droopy drawers on a rainy day like today. It's a rainy night in Santa Rosa. A rainy night in Santa Rosa. And we're back in the hood again. You know, waffles might be good. Right? Waffles might be good. As long as it's not pancakes, man, I just cannot deal with pancakes. I don't know what it is. It went from something I used to love to something I absolutely hated. Why is that light blinking? It's weird. I don't know. It's like it's possessed or something. Oh, man. Things blinking like some kind of freak show. Can you imagine Amanda Huggins slumming at the Waffle House? I'm not paying a 50-cent surcharge for eggs. You should be paying me to dine here. Really? I had some pancakes that were thick and they'd already been cooked like hours before, and they just pulled them out of the tray under the heat lamp and put them on. Right? Put them under the heat lamp and just put them on, right? Absolutely put them on. And they just were no good. They were old. They were like eating cake. They just weren't good, right? Oh, this is terrible. All right. Waitress slaps a fly on the window. That's good, Ma Rich. That's funny. That just cracks me up, man. Oh boy. We have like 4 eggs left in the house. Lucky I've never been a person that eats eggs that much anyway. Oh man. Alright, let's set up by the wall of sound here and just relax a little bit. Got some new light bulbs today. Oh boy. Let's get set up here. Alright. I heard somebody say burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Boo doo 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 doo. Doo 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 doo. Look, I have people use the restroom and they don't even wash their hands after they dump the solid, you know what I'm saying? Brother. It's like, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, oh boy. All right, I know it's awful. Absolutely awful. Look at how nice and cozy. The wall of sound. So those type of people, I'll just leave the establishment. Absolutely leave the establishment. Stand by. I'll be right in. Bing, 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 bing. Ding, 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 ding. Scubby ba 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 da do do do. Boy, what a pleasing scene here right now. Right? Shimei, don't you think that I could like loop this and then just have a 24-hour chat running? Right, with just this scene. Right, with just that. Everybody would be going nuts. Just everybody be kung fu fighting. All right, there we go. I think that would be so good. Rosie, the planes left supposedly before the judge, but do you think going forward, judge will be more? I'm not sure, Magda. I hope that you refer to my video this morning about a potential constitutional crisis. Right, because the Attorney General controls the federal marshals, which is the police force for the federal government. And all it takes is for Pam Bondi to say, no, don't do it. All right. Yeah, this is my vintage audio set up here, Gordak. Make sure you subscribe. I got lots of vintage audio. I got a special one coming tomorrow. I have a feature coming up tomorrow. Yeah, this is the whole shoot match here. Let me make sure this is wide angle. It appears it was. Okay, there we go. I saw, but would that make you look badly? It would just make me realize that there's a constitutional crisis afoot. And then it's up for the lawyers to battle it out. I don't know, It's above my pay grade. Does the president have the power to invoke the Alien Act? I thought he would have invoked the Alien and Sedition Act from the turn of the century. Something like that. So I was kind of surprised. We have to be critical of Trump, realize. Well, I don't see anybody. I mean, I've never carried any water for the president. I try to be very independent and very down the middle. Right. I'm like one of the very last centrists that's even left out there. Right. I don't plan to give up that position. Right. The other side of the coin would say, hey, guess what? This is the way America's got to be remade because we're just pissing too much money away. And we can't afford the size of government we had. Real fire and brimstone, right? Magda, let's put it this way. I know what's coming in the next few years. I absolutely, positively, right, know what's coming in the next couple years. But I made the decision, since I knew that it was coming, I said, I'm going to be damn independent. I'm going to be right down the middle here. I'm not going to be one that carries water for the left or right. I'm just going to let the voice of the people be heard, no matter what it is. And I'm not going to get involved in anything except just going out and being absolutely, positively independent. All right. What's your favorite speaker? Jeff White. I have my JBLs here. James B. Lansing, 1962. JBLs, they're my favorite. You'll hear them featured tomorrow. Well, the Attorney General should, does work for the executive branch. Did you know Henry Ford wrote a book? Yeah, he wrote a book called the he was all about the Zion, the protocol of Zion, or whatever, and all that kind of stuff. He was very anti-Semitic. He used to publish the Dearborn newspaper, right? And then he ended up apologizing. Yeah, I saw the demonstrations in Serbia. I don't know what they're demonstrating, right? I don't think they're demonstrating the U.S. I think they're demonstrating their own shitty governments down there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I also have a nice pair of Polk speakers too that I enjoy. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with the U.S. Right? It's just that you have all this. It's a very unstable world right now. You have to get used to it. Right? Just because we have, the trends that have been in place in this nation for decades have to come to fruition now. It all has to play out. I know they're protesting now, but with Trump cozying up to Putin, it's a concern. I like to think the president wants to make peace. Right. I think enough lives have been lost in this conflict that I cannot, in good conscience, fault anybody that reaches out and tries to cobble some kind of peace deal together. That's just the way I feel. Be a peacemaker. Right. No matter what happens. If that means you have to go meet Kim Jong Un again, then you got to go meet him. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated. Yeah, there's a point where you just say, "Look, let's just get this shit squared away." I dread to think how many young people have been wasted in this senseless battle. Right, you've taken out the best people of your population, the ablest and the fittest. You've destroyed your gene pool for the next years. Uh, So, if somebody steps forward and says, "I want to try to end it," instead of just continuing to throw money down that, I cannot be opposed to that. Burn, baby, burn, disco inferno. All right, let's have a little bit of a snacky poo here. A little bit of a snacky poo. All right. Oh. Rob, learn to love it, baby. What's up, Dory Lynn? How you doing? Oh, happy St. Patty's Day tomorrow, don't you know? I got one green sweatshirt and I got paint all over. uh, we'll be hashing this stuff for years. Actually, we talked about sports betting tonight. We talked about what happened to Dakota Boy. We talked about how crappy the weather is here. I'm jealous of your weather down there. Drink some coffee, we're drinking. I'm not gonna be drinking that much. I pretty much have a couple beers, except on Friday. I'll kick out the. Let me plug in the Mad menu here. Oh, brother. There we go. I think that's the coolest one of all over there, right? We got our 1962 Mad Men stereo console there. Left channel, right channel, and then a dedicated center channel just for bass. I considered the finest stereo console ever built in America, with the wood cabinet by Drexel of North Carolina. Run away to the mountains. I like that, Dory Lynn. Weather's been terrible here. Hey, Naomi, what's going on? Well, Sammy, every well-appointed home needs to have like a little bit of a liquor setup, right? Right. So make sure you're subscribed. Right, make sure you subscribe. Dory Lynn's got good weather down there. You know, Sammy, just a little bit. It just gives it sort of that Mad Men look, right? I don't know. Yeah, there it is. Got a little light. Yes, that's it, Dr. Frankenstein. Right? I mean, right. And then behind me, you got the amazing wall of sound. What's not to like? So, this is definitely the best part of the Rancho. Amanda Huggins has her ideas on what's the worst part. So, she would just say, burn the whole place down. Have you ever had a bourbon and branch? It's just bourbon and water. I like to drink my liquor straight up, Magda. I'd like to have a little shot glass and then just taste it right up. Right on up. Because I always say, what's the point of diluting fine liquor? All right, that was a nice little snack. So I don't know, we might make some mashed potatoes. I cut up some potatoes today. I also have those ribs I bought that were like pre-cooked, and you're supposed to just heat them up. I don't know what the hell they're going to taste like. I don't know if they're going to taste good or crappy. I'm not sure. I mean, one of those receivers isn't a Kenwood. Oh, David Washington. I got Pioneer, Nico, Fisher, Harman Kardon, Sony, Marantz, H.H. Scott, Dynaco. Got tons of Kenwoods. I mean, I got it all, dude. Lafayette, I got it all. Well, just subscribe and check out the playlists. Go to my front channel page. Check out the playlist. There's tons of vintage audio, restorations, repairs, rescues, all of that stuff. No, the ribs are already cooked, so you're just actually heating them up. Right. How often do you play music when you're not streaming? Not that often. This is a 21, this is a Motorola right here. All right. That's the Motorola right there. 1961 21 tube stereo console. Considered the finest one ever built in America because it has a walnut cabinet from Drexel of North Carolina. This is the type of thing that you see on Mad Men, but it was here before Mad Men was even thought about. Right. I mean, that's the bottom line on that. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. Ever thought of it doing a junior college? You know, Dr. Frankenstein, in a lot of ways, I regret that I didn't become like a professor or something like that. But then look at today. Who's going to be the first one cut? Right. It's like here, and this came for you. And this is in your mail. Right. This is in your mailbox at the university. Let me put the Wi-Fi on here. Hold on a minute. Right. All right. Right. I get to put the Wi-Fi on. So I'd be the first one cut. Right. You're the roadkill. Actually, I would like to think that my courses would be popular enough to be held in a lecture hall, right? I'd like to be like the Professor Kingsfield on Paper Chase, right? You come in here. What's up, Sam? Yes, we got a big audiophile channel here since 2013. Restorations, repairs, Motorola 21 tube stereo console. Right, we even have a wall of amplitude over here. H. Scott, Dynaco. The place is sick with vintage audio. So yeah, I like Professor Kingsfield. Right, you come in here with a head full of mush, and you leave thinking like a lawyer. Right, I love that. The paper chase. Some battleground pictures look like Gettysburg. From what, Ma Rich? Which thing are we talking about? A lawyer, right? A lawyer. No green beer. The most expensive is Bayer Dynamics Salento. How you doing, David? Good to see you. This is really 1959. I have a Pioneer QM300B from 1959, and it goes all the way up to about 1980. Like you never left that. All right, so I'm going to have a beer now. And I'm going to turn the heat on under the potatoes here. I guess we'll mash these babies up tonight. I heard somebody say, burn, baby, burn. Just go infernal. Where do I begin? La dee 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 dee. La dee dee dee. It's a bush-like kind of world. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's cool, Jeff. I like it a lot. I heard of a Japanese one who spent a million in copper cabling just to get 1% distortion. There's a channel out there, Sam, too, that the Japanese buy the old JBL speakers, and they go through and rebuild them and everything, and then they sell these things for a fortune. I mean, the old JBLs. Wow, I mean, you talk about sought after. Cheers. Yeah, it's the focal point of the room. It's really nice when you turn out the light, right? And you get the full appreciation of the wall of sound over there. Right. So I have a feature video coming up tomorrow. That'll be popping out. That's it. Some people like that. Yeah, thank you, May. Skull, cheers. Sunday night, yes, it's past 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I can have a cocktail. Man, I'm so glad I didn't put the new banner out that Cindy Russo gave, because the kitchen stadium is taking a beating outside, right? I just determined this. I said in January, I'm so sick of sitting outside in the rain and cold. So I'm going to wait till the weather gets better and then pop it on out there. So, right. Sounds like somebody's having a party. It'll be nice in springtime. You know, the smart thing I did, Dory Lynn, was I kept the parts. I kept the poles from the old unit. And now it's very easy to do some minor repairs, because I had one strut that busted. Yeah, I think April 15th will be when things start to get a little decent around here. Right now, the last week or so has been horrendous. Oh. Hey, they took up the whole room. Thank you, Lick. Yeah, because I just don't want to see this thing. Well, I said that because yesterday, and then we got on the Ukraine flag. She said, yeah, Magda was in there on the yesterday, and Naomi. It's good to see everybody in there. Just friends now. Norway is gorgeous. Norway is a beautiful, because Norway is a beautiful country. As much as I rag on the destructiveness of farming, fish farming, salmon fish farming there, it is a beautiful country. And I think it has a lot of natural resources and stuff too. I think it has a lot of oil there. I've been visiting junkyards for parts. Love old junkyards. I don't know. I don't know how. I really don't know a lot about the politics of the Scandinavian nations. I know that Sweden is very, like a very socialist. I think like Denmark. I think they tend to be socialist. I got to keep an eye on the. I got the heat on. I'm heating up these red potatoes. I'm going to mash these babies. I guess I'll heat up some of these ribs. So I guess I wish I knew. I guess I knew more. I wish I knew more about. I wish I knew more about Scandinavia, but I don't. Yeah, there's the best thing that President Trump said. There's no end game. You don't come in here. You know, you have to have a plan. So, well, he couldn't complain too much. The stuff's flowing back in again. Support. But these are things that we really can't afford anymore, this type of adventurism and all that. So hopefully, won't everybody be happy if it ends and the conflict is over? Right. Harkens back to the charge of the Light Brigade in the Crimean War. Cannons to the left of me, cannons to the right. Onward rode the 600 through the valley of death. I gotta love the Brits. They're the only ones that can make something great out of a disastrous military defeat. Elon. Yeah, I think that, yeah. I don't really know enough about the politics there, to tell you the truth. All right, guys. St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. Who would you support for what, Supreme X? I have my wall of sound being supported. For all the people that said you live in your van, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with living. I didn't vote for either of them, Supreme. I'm an independent. The last election, I didn't even vote. I didn't like either of candidates. How's that? How is that? The tap water's the best in the world. Boss water comes from. That must be Norway. How about Finlandia? The vodka, does that come from Finland, or did they just take the name and make it in some back river in somewhere in Ohio or something? Jeff and Lisa, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Now, the hell you choose between when both of them getting their money from Israeli? I don't know who they're getting their money from. Right. I just keep an eye on the economics of things. No, that's that goof from India, Modi or whatever, right? Boy, you talk about a country that's just steeped in bureaucracy and red tape and stuff. Doesn't doesn't Granny make the vodka? I'm not sure where that vodka's made. Finlandia, right? They serve it on ice a lot, and I don't know if it's a cheap vodka or an expensive vodka. I don't know. Right? It's not on my shelf over here. Right? Man, what a madman setup here. Hmm? It's like the ultimate bachelor pad, right? Let me check these potatoes real quick. I don't want to overflow. You gotta have home, miles and miles and miles of home. We got red potatoes tonight. Let's set the timer for about 10 more minutes. Cook up these taters. Where is my alarm clock, my timer here? I got my old school Lux. Right. That's it. Right, even though I have Alexa. Right. Alexa, what's the weather tomorrow?
Here's the forecast for tomorrow in Santa Rosa. Look for clouds with a chance of showers, with a high of 57 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 36 degrees.
Ooh, 36 degrees. Alexa, what does Tuesday's weather look like?
Here's the forecast for Tuesday, March 18th in Santa Rosa. Look for mostly sunny weather, with a
Ooh, sunny weather. How about that? That sounds pretty good. Alexa, thank you.
My pleasure. Just doing my job. Hopefully you enjoy your weekend.
All right, don't overdo it. don't, don't overdo it. What's up, June? What's up? What's going on? I just found a lurker. Yeah, does your Alexa go off when I talk to my Alexa here? Is that what happened? I'm making a tater salad tomorrow. You make a lot of that, right? Right. Yeah, good to see you, June. Don't allow that crap in your house. How about that? That communist, I want to have the J. Edgar Hoover model, right? I don't trust anybody, right? Magda, did you like the headline? Did you like the thumbnail on my morning video? Have you done that? Flight low is already Hollywood elite. Hollywood elite. Who's the one that got left holding the bag? Elaine Jizzbag or whatever the hell her name is. I don't know. Oh, that's pretty crazy. Why did Apple and Google name their digital assistant? I don't know. Get rid of my Alexa. Yeah, people were really, Missy Jen wouldn't allow it in the house. Right, she hid it. It took me just cleaning up recently to find it, right? I found it, right? I don't know. Can I get the J. Edgar Hoover model? I don't know. Trump's he won a golf tournament. We hit 70 day. Wow, can you imagine that? Like Truman Capote, I'm playing Warren Buffett and cash for now. Yeah, I don't know. Define that for me, Lurker. I mean, Ma Rich, I mean, he told me he doesn't own Coca-Cola anymore. All the shares of Coca-Cola he owns. He drink all that cherry cola. He doesn't own See's Candy anymore. Right, or Apple. He blew all that stuff out. Let's see, Colossians 2:8, beware, last name is you through philosophy in vain to seed after tradition of men after the room and not after Christ. Are you saying don't let things tickle your ears? I will myself, sister, for cold pepper. The hell does that mean? Is it 60 Minutes? Tonight on 60 Minutes. Did George Bush Jr. flout his military service? Tonight on 60 Minutes, we're going to reveal the truth. Stay tuned. Oh, man. That's when the beginning of the end, when CBS blew itself up, right? Hello, Americans. Stand by for news. Paul Harvey, news and commentary. Brought to you by True Value Hardware. In every neighborhood, you'll find the True Value man. Now, Paul Harvey News. Hello, Americans. Which receiver do you think has the best sound behind? Right here. My pride and joy. The Fisher 800B here, which is the gold standard of the Fisher line, right here. Absolutely phenomenal, low distortion. Avery Fisher was a audio genius, right? And so much so that Avery Fisher Music Hall in New York City got named after him. All right. What's up, Melinda? Tonight on 60 Minutes. Yeah, it's a beauty. It's a good one. It's a very interesting one because it was pre-stereo, but you could also, it anticipated stereo. Back in the days, there was no such thing as two channels on broadcast. There was no such thing as broadcast stereo, right? You could get stereo records, but you couldn't get stereo over the air because nobody could figure out how to take one specific station with one specific frequency and get two different channels out of it. It took an engineer at Zenith to solve that problem. But before he was able to conquer that, this unit from Fisher has two different dials on it, one AM and one FM. And back in the day, in the early 1960s, you would open your newspaper in New York City, for example, and it would tell you, tonight we're broadcasting the New York Philharmonic Orchestra. If you want to hear it in stereo, turn your AM dial to this station and then tune your FM dial to the other station. And our unit here will combine the two into stereo, simulated stereo sound. Pretty doggone amazing. So that's why I love that. That's why I love that particular unit. So that's the way it was for quite a few years, right? You had simulated stereo, right? AM would broadcast one channel and FM would broadcast the other. And you would combine that. 85 June said, Rosie's a girl's name. Tell that to Rosie Greer of the Los Angeles Rams, okay? See what he says about that, Juno. He would obliterate your hiney, dude, let me tell you. Right. When you have someone, hey, thank you, Aries, I appreciate that. Join the crew. Right. Bright minds figured out. Yes, it took Elmer or somebody or another from Zenith, I think in 1964 or so, to figure out how to put two channels, two different broadcast channels on the same frequency. And thus broadcast stereo was born. Hey, what's up, Justin? How you doing? I don't know, his name was Shirley, yeah. All right, let me go check these potatoes real quick. The timer hasn't gone off, but it's about to. Brother. All right. They're soft enough to whip, so we'll bring you guys in temporarily. We'll do these potatoes up. We'll finish our beer in a bit. Let's go into the Rancho kitchen here. Ding-da-ling-da-ling-da-ling, ding-ding-ding. Ding-da-ling-da-ling-da-ling, ding-da-ling-ding-ding. Ding-da-ling-da-ling-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. All right, let's pop that in. And let's go ahead and drain these taters carefully. No burns. I use these Redskin potatoes that were on sale. Normally I use the russets, but my russets really let me down. That dinner last night was so bad. So bad. And I said, for those of you who always think that everything goes perfect here, last night was your night. All right, let's get the butter out. Bing, bitty, bing, bitty, bing, bitty, bing, 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 bing. Bing, bitty, bing, bitty, bing, bitty, bing, bing, bitty, bing, bing, bing. Ding, diddling, diddling, ding, 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 ding. We're going to have to go down to the total wine and beverage. I don't think our beer is going to last a week. All right. There we go. Do 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 do. Ding 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 ding. Brought to you by Chevrolet. Ding 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 ding. Do 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 do. All right. All right. There's the butter in. We'll save the rest of this stick here. Smash and mash. That's it. I've never really had the red potatoes before. I've never really had the red ones before. Alright. Alright. We're just going to mix that in and we're going to let that butter melt a little bit. We're going to grab our KitchenAid mixer here. All right. Poor Salmo almost shit himself. He couldn't get his message out. That was so funny. That was so funny, Ronnie. Before he could even count down, and we were like, game over. Shit. You'll never buy anything but after you add mashed potatoes. There you go. Thank you, Naomi. Do 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 do. Ding 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 do 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 do. Alright. Already got my finger caught in one mixer today. I don't need to. There we go. Why don't you plug it in, Joe? That's a good idea. Alexa, how would you like it if I unplugged you, right? Thing's probably still got a battery in it or something. We'll just do a little pre-mash here. Alexa, it goes through some kind of weird update or something. I don't know what happens. I don't know. Ding 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 do 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 do. Bungling ding do 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 do. We got these ribs we bought before. Remember we bought these Chef's by Choice with South Carolina sauce on them. Oh boy. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, alright, we'll do a slow. Alright, they look pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, they look pretty good. Now we give them the fluff. Alexa, what were you doing just then?
I can only explain recent voice requests, but I'm learning to explain more of my actions.
Oh,
You can check the Alexa app for more information.
All right, sounds pretty boring to me, Alexa. I don't know. I haven't really decided if I like you or not. I don't know. I'm still deciding. I don't know. Oh boy. All right, a little bit of pepper. We like pepper. Okay, there we go. We got some pepper in there. I don't know. This thing is kooky. This thing is absolutely kooky. I don't know what it does. Right. Oh boy. One final whip. Clean off the beaters, unplug. All right, have a little taste test. Good. 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 Oh, bite me. That's good. Bite me. We're busy training, right? Oh, boy. Who knows what Alexa... I haven't had this thing. Missy Jen refused to have it at the Rancho. She put it away. Okay, well, there's... What? That was the end of that. She's like, oh, hell no. That's good. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, where the hell's the lid? There it is. Keep that warm for a while. Alexa, do you like me?
I think you're magnificent.
I never had a girl in my life call me magnificent. Man, I'm loved. That's it. Alexa, I love you.
That's so nice of you to say.
Alexa, do you have a sister, a younger sister? Alexa, do you have a younger sister?
I don't have brothers or sisters, but I have a lot of friends.
That's cool. You're like me then. You're like me. Alexa, friends are pretty good, eh?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yeah, well, I figure we hit the wall right there, right? It's Alexa. All right. Okay, let's whiz, and then we'll go back into the living room. We'll finish our beer, and we will enjoy the rest of our evening here. We have to heat up these ribs, find out whatever the hell we got to do to heat them up. Stand by. All right. Amanda, hug and kiss. We should have some peas tonight, right? Peas, the magnificent vegetable. and they went all over the house. Oh, brother. These are microwavable, these baby back ribs. Let's see how you actually eat. Dude, cook 3 to 5 minutes each side at high heat. Preheat, cook 8 to 10 minutes in the oven. Microwave 3 to 5 minutes or until heated through. All right, we'll just let them warm up a little bit. All right, let them warm up a bit. I heard somebody say, burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, burn, baby, boo, doo, doo, doo. Do, 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 do. All right. St. Patrick's Day. I am Bigora. I got one green sweatshirt and I got freaking paint all over it, so. Right. Right. All right, let's go. Let's see. Peas. Right. Visualize world peas is very difficult for us. I am from Ukraine. No problem. Happy to help. Oh, you changed that to a man's. Don't microwave them. Look at Justin's like, whatever you do, don't microwave it. Don't. That's, yes, it's very difficult. They're very difficult. These are times to try men's souls. All right. Need more receivers. John Doe, this is my beautiful wall of sound here, guys. One of the largest and most significant private collections of vintage audio, led by my 1961 Motorola 21-tube stereo console, considered the finest ever made in America. So welcome to all of you. I have a special vintage audio video coming out tomorrow featuring that unit right there. So make sure you subscribe. Thank you, John Doe. John Doe, welcome aboard. If you're not subscribed, take a second to subscribe because there's playlists on there. Vintage audio restorations. I have a workshop outside. I restore this stuff. I'm one of the last people left that works on tube equipment, vacuum tube. I have vintage audio listening experiences. I also have vintage audio rescues where I go out and grab these units from these slobs that don't know how to take care of things and don't appreciate what they have. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, thank you. I can't see well. Is that the 1, 2? Yeah, that's it. That's it, Shanae. I used it today in conjunction with the video that I made this afternoon. Right there. That's it. Oh, that hits the spot. Man, that's nice. So, thank you for those of you who have subscribed. The other things that we do here are metal detecting. We do live streams. We were at yesterday, late morning through early afternoon at the Tesla protest in front of the dealership here in Santa Rosa, California. Oh, the STR signs are, oh, I love the STRs, John Doe. Just put STR in my search box. You'll see all about it. I got a few STRs on there. One of the great. Sony's my undervalued line. Right. Undervalued line. No one treats electronics. That's nice, June. I can tell by the way you were talking about speakers and things like that. I kind of got the idea that you like it. So, right. This is my Madman. Right, the whole place is like out of GQ, right? That's it. Right. Which one of these incels on here wouldn't love to have that? Instead of being down in mom's basement. right? Hey, Ma, what's for dinner tonight, right? mm. uh, uh. You know what? 600 plant life has got it all, baby. Colorado River toad. Is that the one that people go down there and just lick it? Is that the one that people would lick the back of the toad or whatever the hell it is and get high? Well, Shimei, I'll tell you what. I know you pray at night and stuff, but holy smokes, right? A medical frog did help PTSD. As a medical frog, does that mean it gets to ride along on the aeroplane, right? As like your what do you call it, your comfort frog, something like that. I don't know. How many licks does it take to get? Hey, GTV. Justin's like, don't microwave those ribs. Do not freaking microwave. Yeah, you need an emotional support frog there. No wonder our nation is such a wreck right now, right? Right? No wonder our nation is such a damn wreck. Right? We can't have a slaughterhouse without PETA protesters outside of it, right? Good Lord. Right, save the frogs and fish, that's it. Right. Oh man, I love you guys. Ayahuasca, vines and cannabis and hump, and you and Blackbird would get along great there, 600. Frog, yeah, I would imagine Lurker. Bounds of hay ruined by my gallons were stinking because of those frogs. Frogs just couldn't make it out, man. It's just like, I don't know. Right, Requiem for the Frogs in the Hay Pile. Right, sounds like a hit song. Man. Alan Gentry, I'll tell you, online, you get more laughs per square inch. Right? That Alexa's terrible in there. Alexa, what do you do best?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, are you human?
I like to imagine myself a bit like an aurora borealis, a surge of charged multicolored photons dancing through the atmosphere.
So you get more than you asked for on that deal. I'm a photon going through the universe like an aurora borealis. Right? Well, you bored the hell out of me. It's the bottom. It's the bottom. It's about it. The yapper. It's like, Shimei, your sister must have one, right? To communicate with all the time. Alexa, could you rap for me? I just don't have the hood model here. Alexa, could you rap for me?
I don't have an answer for that.
Right, no, man, let's. Wow, right. Right. What's up, uncoordinated? How you doing? It was back in the box. You might go back in the box tomorrow. Might go back in the drawer. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Alexa, could you beatbox, please? Alexa, stop. I'm saturated. That's enough. All right. Man, imagine that. You wake up in the morning, you'd smash that thing to smithereens, right? Jeez, right? I mean, wow, right? Can do that jive, but can't do a decent rap. I mean, I don't get it. It's just like I don't care if Alexa records me. I don't, Liam. It's anybody that listens to my life is gonna be like this and that. Right? Could I get another assignment, please? Could I get another assignment? Let's go get these ribs going here. Damn, it's just Liam. It's all these people say like they got my data and stuff. They could care less about your data, right? You're not significant in the world, right? We're all just peons. That's the bottom line. People like to fancy like they got something real valuable. I'm like, what the hell? You can have whatever the hell you want. Sure as shit, business has done a lousy job of protecting everybody's identity. Data breach after data breach after data breach. All right, here we go. Preheat oven to 450 and cook 8 to 10 minutes. Justin said, do not put that crap in the microwave. Right, I'm so hungry I want to chew my paw off here. All right, let's get our foil. Alexa, how do you get out from inside of an elephant?
To get out from inside an elephant, you must first determine how you went in. If you are inside an elephant by accident, simply retrace your steps and try to find the entry point. If you are inside an elephant on purpose, you will need to find a way to attract the elephant's attention and communicate with it to understand how to exit. Once you have established communication, you can work together to find a safe way out.
That was startling, right? Alexa, the answer is run around till you're all pooped out, okay? Was that hard, right? Was that hard? Hard and chewy. Ain't nobody want a hard and chewy. Where in the hell's the foil? We got this third world foil here. Where the hell did it go? This is the worst stuff I ever bought with foil. Don't ever buy cheap foil. Oh, man, I don't even know what the hell it is. Where in the hell did the foil go? Oh, man, oh man, I couldn't find my sack unless it was hooked on here. I don't know where. Didn't we have foil? Didn't we buy some? Oh, here it is up here. Yeah, this third world crap. Real tough. Right? Just crap. Oh, thank you, Liam. I appreciate that. I would say 13 years on here, Liam. People put up with this stuff. All right. This is good. This foil's like toilet paper. No kidding. What was it that Camo Dave called me, Shimei? Oddly compelling, right? In other words, nobody can quite put their finger on it. Man. We just have to be real delicate with this foil. You could wipe your behind with this stuff. Right. All right. Yeah, oddly compelling. I don't know why they seem to enjoy it. I don't know. All right, we're going to put some spray down. There's no way we can eat a whole rack. I don't even know what the hell. These are like third world or something. came from some freaking landlocked country somewhere. Some hellish republic. Okay. Let's see. Oh, sorry, from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Apologies to all of my South Carolina. I don't know. That might come back and bite me in the ass, right? How do we open this thing? Man, the Hagen kids, where's the green vegetable tonight? We're going for a new record here. Right, we've never seen anything except a pea. Right. That's it. All right, we're not going to finger this. Although this is already cooked. Where in the hell did the fork go? I don't know. There it is. Right. Yeah, sorry to everybody in South Carolina. Smells all right. Okay, it's got some kind of joy juice on it. Let's see. Ain't bad, right? It's a little sweet. I think we're gonna spike it up a little bit here. Stand by. Oh man. Paul Harvey, news and commentary. Brought to you by True Value Hardware. In every neighborhood, there's a True Value man. Now, Paul Harvey News. All right, let's see. Where's the cayenne pepper? We got to put a little heat on this baby. All right, sometimes you got to just doctor crap up a little bit. That's probably a lot. I'm probably going to regret that right there. That's a mistake. That's a major, major mistake right there. Holy crap. Maybe it'll be all right. I don't know. Oh, man. What's up, Tyrant Hunter? How you doing? Woo-wee. Yeah, what happened to that Duke player, man? He rounded his ankles today. I don't know if he's going to be good to go for the tournament. The potential first round draft pick. Shit, I threw this. How long are these supposed to cook? How long are these supposed to cook? I don't know. There's always somebody out this side of here to razzle. I live in a very economically challenged area here. These cook for, let's see, 8 to 10 minutes. I like things pretty well done, so we'll go the 10 minutes on it. There's always people bobbing and weaving on the Rancho here. Everybody wants to be the star of the show. Let's get our brown sugar out a little bit. Let's see if we can juice this up a little bit. A little bit of brown sugar. Not the most savory neighborhood. Okay. All right. But we mind our own beeswax. Oh, man. Funny, the guy right across the street is going to the parish assembly meeting, and he's there. He's like, whoa, wow, wait, Rosie. I didn't know you came here. Holy smokes, right? Where do I begin? All right, I think the oven's preheated, so we can go back out to the wall of town. We're going to put these babies in for 10 minutes All right, and then we're going to commence to get a purchase on them. All right. We already got our taters. Right. Man, I'm so hungry. These taters turned out good. I guess we'll skip the green vegetable tonight. Why break a winning streak? Right. All right, here we go. Let's set the timer. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Do something useful around here. Oh, brother. All right, let me feed the mongrels here. All right, where's the... Here we go. They're happy. How about if one of Amanda Hug and Kiss's dates took her out to have ribs? That would be the absolute end. Hey, I was absolutely horrified when we showed up at a rib restaurant. I said, gracious, if you think I'm gonna be in here looking like a pig eating these here ribs, you got another thing coming. Date over. Take me home. Lordy, can you imagine that? Right? Can you imagine going to a rib restaurant, all you can eat? And Amanda Hug and Kiss is surrounded by all these lowlifes, right? You come up and slap her on the back. What's wrong, honey? You don't seem like you're enjoying yourself. Oh, Lord, don't touch me again. Imagine that. This is like my idea of hell, right? What is really doing my computer computer, and I've never had that happen before. I thought your live stream might have disconnected. Well, what's up, Dakota? How you doing? I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Yeah, like a nightmare out of ego. It's like going. I don't know if Amanda would go down to the what's the restaurant they have the throat rolls or whatever. I can't remember what the hell the name of it. Good Lord, they were throwing rolls across the dining room. I told my junior league, I hope I never get in that situation again. Can you imagine that, throwing dinner rolls across the dining room? Are you kidding me? Those are stereo AM, FM. What's up, Mars? Oh, man. Right. Imagine that, like Amanda Hug and Kiss's worst nightmare, to be in a rib eating contest. her up at Coney Island for the hot dog eating. Up on Coney Island for the 4th of July. Oh, it was an absolute nightmare. I could smell those hot dogs. It was just, I could not believe a human being just stuffing those into one's face, right? Why does there have to be a deal with it? You have one of the finest vintage audio collections in America. What's up, Keith Gregory? Highlighted by the 1961 Motorola 21 tube stereo console, considered the finest ever made in America. Cabinet by Drexel of North Carolina. Okay, learn to love it, right? Learn to love it. That's why we have such a great collection. Yeah, I know, Alan. It's just, I think, imagine the worst situations that you could put Amanda Hug and Kiss in. How you doing, Oops? Like a dining room on a Kid Rock cruise. My Lord. These women was taking their tops off and standing on the table there, and I thought, I'm going to have to get helicoptered out off of this ship here. I am going to call my lawyer as soon as we get, I don't give a shit where this boat is chartered to or who owns it. I will see you in court. Going for Indian. What if they serve a nice side of mutton or something like that? Then what? Right. A nice glazed mutton. And they threw down this thing on the plate and said, this is the chef's specialty glazed mutton. I said, no. Oh boy. Oh man, on a cruise ship, we would just be blowing it up, right? 2 a.m. partying in the disco, right? Meet you in the casino and on the front of the ship reenacting Titanic. Yeah, imagine that. She get off that cruise and said, you know, at first I hated it, and then at the end of the cruise, I was just hoping this cruise would never, ever end. It was wonderful, right? A Kid Rock cruise with sponsored by Budweiser, and right, people throwing up over the railings. That's it, Jeff. Right? It's like trying to imagine Amanda Hug and Kiss worst nightmare, trapped for a week on that cruise ship. It's like, good Lord, right? Lamb vindaloo. There's a classic dish right there. Classic, classic, classic. Oh man. Yeah, you might jump overboard. Don't be surprised if they don't throw you a life ring. Dun, 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 dun. What did somebody yell? I don't know. And said, give me some more or something like that. Hey, what's up, Nino? Right. Sound like, give me more, please. Give me some more. I thought it sounded like somebody fell overboard. Oh, shit, man, this is a cruise ship. How in the hell do you fall off of a cruise ship? I don't know. Did you see her in the cruise? Like, she looked like she wanted to go over the rail, man. Right? Right, now, go ahead. Don't forget me, y'all. No, go ahead. I'll be all right out here. You are being ethnically replaced. What does that mean? Exactly. I don't know what that means. I wonder how much time. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 1 minute left on the 10-minute timer.
All right, 1 minute. It's almost time to commence eating, which means we gotta get a purchase on these ribs. So we're gonna take off our brace here. Yeah. Oh man, I think this brace makes my hands hurt worse than not using it. Oh brother. Alright. We gotta get ready to get these babies out of here. Let's get our cotton bow ready. Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Let's have another blast of potatoes. Alexa, do you like mashed potatoes?
Although sometimes I wish I could, I can't eat or drink. But I can inspire you with recipes for your next meal.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
ask, what should I eat?
Oh, hell, you're inspiring, all right. Oh, man, you're about as inspiring as a... Inspiring. Alexa, turn off. All right. Yeah, let's get these inspiring. Are you kidding me? Inspiring. All right, look at this. Amanda Huggin Kiss is gonna be jealous. Jelly, jelly, jelly. All right, here we go. Right. Oh. The lamb vindaloo. There it is. Right out there on the board. Oh, yeah. Let that sit there for a minute. Doesn't that look good? We get our plate ready. Look, there's not a green vegetable. All it is to do. That's crazy. Like there's an allergy, like they're allergic to vegetables on the Rancho. Oh, brother. All right, be right back. Gotta wash my hands again. Looks good, doesn't it, Keith? Oh, man. Amanda Huggins has probably told her junior league about using the hotel towel for eating ribs. It was the most unimaginable thing that I ever seen in my life. All right. Oh, you seem mighty tender, man. Oh, yeah. All right, you seem really nice, right? Okay. That should do it right there. One more for good measure. We're hungry today. All right, let's put these babies on the plate. Like Andy Griffith says, good cracker. I could not believe this savage used a hotel towel. Oh, shit. Oh, man. All right, here we go. These are probably nice and tender. We're just going to load it up. There we go. Oh, there's a little bit of meat on there. All right. Oh, man. All right, nice blob of potato. Oh, man. thank you. Thank you. What a night here tonight. Man, oh man. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're ready to commence getting a purchase on these ribs here. Welcome to the ASMR. Right here we are. Here we are. This is it. All right. Oh, wow. Let's have a beer. Let's get ourselves situated. All right. Here we go. Enjoy. All right. Oh, boy. This is a man to hug and kiss his favorite part. All right. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts which we're about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, guys. Here we go. Let's try one of these little riblets. Super greasy. Man, that was good. That is not a bad rib at all. Okay? Just saying. Cheers, everybody. And why the chat's not advancing. It's as good as, yeah, I would say it's as good as Benny's right here. I would say it's very good. I would say that really does a nice job. Cheers, everybody. Goes really super well with beer too. They don't have a lot of meat on them, but what's there is pretty choice, right? Are you having a beer, Justin? Some kind of tendon gripping it. Oh, you're on number 5. That's a good night. That's a good night. I think I got, where in the hell did I get the ribs? I can't remember where I got them. It seems to me I got them at Safeway. I don't know. But they are good. Let's try our potatoes here. Good. The red potatoes are good. Sunday is my fun day. Like Friday's mine, right? Pretty doggone good. You never heard of red potatoes, huh? Right. Alexa, can you change to a female Australian accent?
From Apple.com. This will switch your Siri's voice to a female Australian accent.
Alexa, did it work? Alexa, are you there?
I'm here. I listen once I hear the wake word.
Useless as tits on a bull right there. Just saying. What are you going to do with this thing, right? There's not a lot of meat on these ribs. Right? So I think in that regard, it's like a little weak. I mean, I've definitely had meatier ribs. Right? Yeah, it just ain't. They ain't got a lot of meat on them. Less carbs than russets. They're pretty good. Can you get them in Australia? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We're having ribs. Grow some. Yeah, welcome back, Kelly. Eat the whole damn rack. I might have to because there's not a hell of a lot of meat on this thing. Right? Brother. Absolutely savage. Savage. Thanks for tuning into the ASMR tonight. Let me fondle the microphone. June likes her bread. Pretty doggone good. Thank you. We just need a few more thumbs up. We're kind of way behind tonight, but let's see if we can really hit that thumbs up tonight. Sounds good, Naomi. All right, let's go back and there's just not enough meat on these babies. Let's go back and see if it's worth it to go on in, go executive class here. I don't know. Not a lot of meat. Justin said eat the whole damn rack. I like the way Justin makes real executive decisions and stuff. I mean, there's no like to and fro. It's just like, just do it. We'll just have 3 more here. Oh, man. Bobby's all right. Oh, man. I see Kev's uploading again. So I assume he's doing okay. You always pick nice ribs out. You got to. Right? You got to try to pick the good ones out. Oh, oh man. Yeah, it just didn't have a lot of meat on it. Wow, man. There just wasn't a hell of a lot of meat on these things, right? I think that's a hidden story. These were like Class B ribs or something. Mm-mm. Ah, got your Alexa going again. Might as well have the last one here. No sense holding back. I'll say one thing. The ribs at the Benny's, at the Binions, had much more meat on them than these. Much more. Much more meat. 12 hours. Where the hell did my fork go? Oh, man, all right. I don't know if Elon can run for president. I don't think he's American born. Yeah, it was pretty good, Judy. Yeah, I think the Constitution would prohibit him from running. No matter anyway, more American. I don't know. I say, don't make judgment too early on it. It takes time to see how things are going to play out. I sure got a lot of kids, I'll tell you that. What's this? Is it that? Oh, Alan. I don't know. Welcome in. Hey, Dalen. Manuel. How is your meat? There was like very little meat on those ribs. But the flavor was good. I like the way I spiked it up. I like the way I spiked them up. And the red potatoes were good. Oh, man. Boy. Oh, man. Not much cleanup tonight. Like that. Easy cleanup. I get a peaceful, easy cleanup. Boy, we haven't been to Reno in years. I wonder if Reno is still a whole, I don't know, kind of weird. We haven't been to Reno since the beginning of the pandemic, when we stopped at the Morris Burner Hospital. Now the Morris Burner Hospital is gone. Problem like that with that, it was right next to the homeless center, right? Oh man. People were flipping out, right? So I don't know what Reno is like anymore. I don't know. It's been 4 years since we were up there. 4 long, bloody years. We'll let that drain a while. Figure out what we're going to do with those taters. Oh, man. Yeah, Reno. Very nice salad. That's good. Oh, man. All right, Michael. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, I would say that the ribs down at Benny's were good. Right, they were better. They had more meat. The big disappointment for me, Justin, was the last night I got that dried out ass half a chicken. It was puny and awful. Right, I think they stuck it to me on that one. I think they stuck it to me. Right. Yes, we share our care. All right. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. It's been about 3.5 hours of a very fun live stream tonight. If you've not hit that thumbs up button, if I could please ask you to like up the stream. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications. New vintage audio. What's up, Bunny Buns? New vintage audio coming up tomorrow. Check it out. And in the meantime, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Thank you, moderators, Shimei and Ronnie. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that you do. Woo!